Hey guys, free meal plan down in the description. Please make sure you read it carefully. And there is more, my friends. For a free training program, check out my website www.ralstonfitness.in. Link in the description. All you have to do is scroll down, click on that download button, and you will get yourself a free training program. For more information, follow me on Instagram where I discuss this program on a regular basis in detail. Moreover, I give you guys some useful tips when it comes to training and nutrition. Any questions, put it down in the comment section or send me a DM, whatever it is, just contact me and I will get back to you. With that being said, let us begin the video. What's up guys, welcome back. Today, let's talk about money and fitness. How much do you need to be spending on a daily basis in order for you to live a fit and healthy lifestyle in India? Basically, for anybody who wants to stay healthy and fit in the most economic way possible. In this video, I am going to cover tips and tricks that you guys can follow to live a healthy and a tasty and a manageable, well-balanced lifestyle. Well, here's exactly what you need to know in order to construct that perfect diet plan to keep you healthy and fit. You have your 3 basic meals, and then I'm sure most of you have your snacks in between. The point here is to look into your nutrition and make the right changes. You really don't have to go crazy. It's about pinpointing the mistakes and making the changes accordingly. The main problem that we all face as Indians is lack of protein in our diet. We have roti and sabzi and rice, sambar, and we do believe that it is a healthy diet. But to be honest, what I truly believe in, and you should too, is a well-balanced diet, which is a good balance of your protein. Here are some of the protein sources that are most common in India. You have your chicken, you have your eggs, paneer, and your whey. Now, unfortunately, guys, I know this may hurt a little bit, but this is where you will be spending most of your money. And most likely, you are going to increase your protein and drop your carbohydrates when you're cutting down. Okay, let's not get too complicated. We will save this for another topic. And then we have our best friend, Mr. Carbs. Now here we have our rice, roti, various vegetables and fruits. All that we thought was a healthy Indian diet is more or less all your carbs. And finally your fats, which most of us neglect when we're cutting down. I've seen this time and again. Either we completely neglect our carbs or we completely neglect our fats. And I will repeat myself, I do believe in a well-balanced diet. This is because it is very much sustainable. A diet is a lifestyle. You need to diet a certain way and train a certain way in order to achieve a certain physique and to be at that state for the rest of your life. So it is important that you do something which is absolutely sustainable and implement it and make it a part of your lifestyle. Where was I? Yes, fats. And your fat sources would be your oils, your nuts, and your dairy. Another important factor which most of us miss out, including me, is fiber. I highly recommend you have a good amount of veggies on a daily basis. Here's what you should be doing, or what I would recommend you do. Have a portion of vegetables with each and every meal you consume. I most likely have fruits with my breakfast because to me that makes the most sense, and that is what I've been doing for the longest time. Now the reason why you need fiber is because it cleans your system and helps digestion. A very important thing in order for you to feel comfortable and fit, happy and mobile throughout the day, if you know what I mean to say. Breakfast, the first meal of the day. Now most of you have a variety of options. It could be dosa, cereal, fruits, oats, and the list goes on. Now I understand that most of us head to work in the morning, and I've seen and I've experienced this for myself. We tend to either skip out or neglect breakfast. So let's make meal number 1 super convenient. If you have a busy morning and cannot find the time to cook yourself some food, you can always go for a fruit, guys. Something like an apple or a banana would be perfect. Here you're getting in a good source of carbohydrates and fiber. To add on to that, you can have some almonds, about 10 to 12 would be a good source of fats as well. And 2 whole eggs. Up to you, you can either boil it or fry it, add your salt, add your pepper, do not worry about it. This should be good, and this is what I call a balanced diet. Keep in mind, you need to consume a minimum of 80 to 100 grams of protein on a daily basis. You can go up to 130 or more if you're following a good and consistent resistance training program. In that case, what you could do is, or what you should be doing, is increasing your protein. You can either get a good source of protein from a protein shake or increase the number of eggs on a daily basis. For instance, if you're having 2 whole eggs, you can push that or bump that up to 2 whole eggs and 3 egg whites. That is a perfect solution what you could do. You can always mix and match, either have chapatis for breakfast or idlis. Make sure you get a good source of carbohydrates, your proteins and your fats, and do not forget fiber. If you're a vegetarian, soya chunks or paneer would be a great option. Now, in terms of pricing, let us look at the upper limit to be on the safer side. Here, keep in mind that I'm taking into consideration miscellaneous expenditure. It could be your masala, your pepper, your oil, and all the various spices and herbs that you do put in your food. So let us put that as 10 rupees. Taking our first example, we spend 30 rupees on an apple on a daily basis, then 10 rupees on your eggs and about 6 rupees on your almonds. The total approximately would be 60 rupees considering any of these combinations. Anyway, between 40 to 60 rupees if you're consuming chapatis, milk and eggs, oats. Any of these combinations would come up to around 40 to 60 rupees. So let's say breakfast, 60 rupees. Meal number 2. Now this is what I would say your 11 o'clock snack. I remember when I used to do my snacks, I used to either have an egg sandwich, which is a pretty good deal for that matter. I would spend around 45 rupees on an egg sandwich, or I would either go for a fruit bowl, which was 35 rupees. And a good option, you guys may not like this, but I do believe it really worked extremely well with my diet, was 2 whole eggs and a Maggi. So these are the options that you can work with. And like I said, this meal would also come to roughly around 60 rupees. Now this is what I would consider your office cafeteria prices. It may be different now, but approximately let us keep it at 60 rupees for meal number 2. Let's talk about lunch, which is my most favorite meal. Most of us in India have a big serving of rice with some veggies, and you have your dal and sambar. Let us tweak this up a bit to make it a well-balanced diet. I would highly recommend you have 1 bowl of rice, a nice portion of chicken curry. When it comes to my protein sources, I always measure it by a fist, which could be roughly 80 to 100 grams, which is a good way to start off with. And finally, you can add your dal and your veggies. Now this is a good and a well-balanced meal. If you're a vegetarian, do not worry, you can replace the chicken with soya chunks or paneer as well. Regardless, as long as you hit your protein, you should be completely fine. Keep in mind guys, you can always mix and match. Instead of rice, you can have roti, but more or less it comes up to the same price. I always go for white basmati rice. Let the upper limit be about 30 rupees. It may vary from certain brands, but a good portion or a bowl of rice for me comes up to about 30 rupees. Now chicken, let's look at chicken curry, including your 100 grams of chicken and the curry. It would be about 75 rupees per portion. Dal, like I said, you have many varieties. But taking all that into consideration, your regular dal would come up to 20 rupees per serving, and vegetables, let us keep it as 7 rupees. I'm taking into consideration all the most common and the basic vegetables that we use here. Something like beetroot is what I took as a perfect example over here. I have beetroot or cabbage with most of my meals, and that is a good way to go, and a good form of fiber and a good form of your micronutrients. The total for a lunch, maybe if you have paneer or if you have roti or rice, whatever it is, your average should be around 135 to about 150 rupees on a daily basis. Could be expensive. Like I said, upper limit. Most likely you're going to hit 135 rupees just for your lunch. Yes, it is snack time once again in the office. Now we all know we love our chai, but we take it a little too much with 3 to 5 cups on a daily basis. You all can have your chai. You don't have to stick to the so-called green tea. Have your chai, your tea, basically with milk and your sugar. 1 teaspoon of sugar should do the trick. So for this snack, you can have a glass of chai and 1 fruit bowl. Chai, let's say 10 rupees, your fruit bowl 35 rupees. So you're spending 45 rupees on this meal. Now coming to the last meal of the day, which is your dinner. This, my friends, is very similar to your lunch. You can literally have the exact same meal. But to break it down for you, what most of you guys do have is about 2 rotis, I'm assuming. Considering we're going to keep it a good and healthy and fit diet. 2 rotis for dinner with a bowl of wetness, your dal, and a nice serving of vegetables or your sabji. Now guys, if you still feel you need more protein, you're well about hitting enough protein at this moment. If you do feel you need more protein, or if you're hungry, you can definitely add in some chicken in a form of chicken curry or some soya chunks or some paneer. 2 chapatis would come up to roughly about 12 rupees. Your vegetables 7 rupees and your dal would be 20 rupees. You're spending a total of, let's say, 40 rupees in this meal. Now let's just say you are following this diet 100% consistently on a daily basis, which is most likely not going to happen. You are going to be spending approximately, on the highest limit, upper limit, 330 rupees on a daily basis, and on a monthly basis, 10,000 rupees. Yes, living a fit and a healthy lifestyle. I'm talking about a fit and a realistic healthy lifestyle could be quite expensive. Yes, you can drop the numbers down significantly, but the point is it going to be feasible? Is it going to be convenient? Is it going to be tasty? We all have a number of things going on in our life, and fitness and a healthy diet is not our #1 priority. So keeping all these parameters in consideration, you are spending 330 rupees on a daily basis, roughly 10,000 rupees in a month. Kind of mess that a bit. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and do not forget to subscribe. Also, most importantly, it's very important that I get your feedback and what you want to see on this channel. Make sure you put that down in the comment section. And as always, I will see you, my friends, in the next video. Bye-bye.